Good morning. Today is Wednesday, October 21st. For lunch today, there's barbecue pulled pork sandwich with baked beans and kettle potato chips, or pepperoni or cheese pizza. And no birthdays today. We'll try again tomorrow. Hey everybody. So last August, just before school started, I was coming into work one day and I looked up in the sky and noticed that the weather was getting a little interesting. Now the wind was blowing at a pretty good clip down on the ground. But when I looked up at the clouds and noticed how fast they were moving, then I knew that it was really going pretty hard. Pretty soon that wind picked up even more, as you can see by looking at both the trees and the flags. After a little while, the rain started coming down, and I had to step back inside the entryway so I wouldn't get soaked. It wasn't until I went inside and looked at the radar report, though, that I realized how big this storm was. Now, the reason I bring this up is that there's a new storm brewing right now, but not one you can see by looking up in the sky, because this storm is COVID. Just like you dress differently for the weather outside, we have to act differently as we see those storms blow. Now, when it's raining outside, the way to keep yourself safe is pretty straightforward. You come inside, and as long as you have a solid roof over your head, you're going to be okay. Now, the way to keep yourself safe with COVID is also straightforward. There's three things we can do. We can wash our hands, we can social distance, and we can wear face masks. Now, one thing we're doing pretty well with is wearing face masks, but there's an area that can use some improvement here. When wearing a face mask, it's important to have it on over both your nose and your mouth. We're certainly doing better than this than we were a couple weeks ago, but we still got some room for improvement. If I go back to that August thunderstorm I showed you earlier, there was a point when the tornado sirens went off. Now, things didn't get bad enough that a tornado actually hit Nakusa that day, but it was a warning that it was probably time for me to stop filming and go inside. Just like with the weather, I'd rather be too safe than not safe enough. Here's the thing. We understand that it's not fun to keep you apart like this. We're not enjoying it any more than you are. We're doing everything we can to help you come up with ideas to be able to get through this well. But to get through this well, we got to protect each other. We've got to help each other. Now, I find it reassuring that just like the weather, at some point the COVID storms are going to pass. We're not there yet, but it's something to look forward to, and we're going to make it. So today's challenge is to talk in your homeroom advisory about how well you think that your grade and your class is doing at keeping that roof over our head, at washing our hands, in keeping ourselves socially distanced and keeping our masks up. Hey, we've been doing pretty good so far. Let's do better. Let's make that roof as strong as we can. All right, you take care.